chapter 30, verse 7. Hi, Jordy. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
V'natan Adonai Elohecha et kol halod ha'elech al oyevecha ve'al sone'echa asher redafuha ve'ata tashuv ve'shamata be'kol Adonai v'asita et kol mitzvotav asher Anohi metzaveha hayom vehotirea Adonai Elohecha bechol maseh yadeha. Be free, bitneha, uvi free, behemteha, uvi free, admateha, letova. Ki yashuv Adonai lasus aleha letov ka'asher sas al avotecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam natan b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yesher koach to all of you. All of these wonderful chanters in our congregation are such a tribute to Cantor Siegel, who trains them all so beautifully, and every one of you can do the same thing. So if you're interested in learning how to chant Torah, please speak to one of the rabbis or Cantor Siegel, and we will get you up here before you even know what's happened. For the sixth aliyah, we call up the Bilzins, and our chanter for this aliyah is Noah Karp Cohen. Shana Tova, Marsha.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher shanu
Mikol
ha'amim v'natan lanu et Toraso. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Ki tishma bekol Adonai Elohecha lishmor mitzvotav vechukotav haketuvah besefer haTorah hazeh ki tashuv el Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha uvchol nafshecha. Ki hamitzvah hazot asher anochi mitzaveha hayom lo niflet hi mimecha ולא רחוקה היא, לא בשמיים היא, לאמור. מי יעל לנו השמיימה, ויקחיה לנו, וישמיענו אותה, ונעשנה.
Shkoach.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emes v'chayei olam nota b'tzorchenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yeshikoach. Our Maftir Aliyah goes to the Herschels, and I will be reading Torah. We're going to be on chapter 30, verse 18. It's over here.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hambarak.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarak Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarak Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Higadati lachem hayom, and I am telling you this day, ki avod tovedun, lo ta'arichun yamim al ha'adama, you will surely perish if you do not follow my mitzvot. You will not long endure on this land, asher ata over et hayarden lavo shama l'rishta, which you are crossing over the Jordan to inherit. Ha'idoti vachem hayom et hashamayim vet ha'aretz, I am calling heaven and earth to witness against you this day. Chachayim v'hamavet natati lefanecha. I have placed life and death before you. Habracha v'aklala, blessing and curse. Uvacharta b'chayim, choose life. Lama'an tichyeh ata v'zarecha, in order that you and your descendants may live. Le'ahava et Adonai Elohecha, to love the eternal your God. Lishmoa bekalo, to heed God's voice, udavka vo, and to cling to God. Ki hu chayecha ve'orech yamecha, for this is your life and the length of your days. Lashevet al ha'adama, asher nishba Adonai lavotecha, to dwell on the land that the Eternal swore to give to your ancestors. LeAvraham, LeYitzchak, Yaakov, letet lehem, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob.
Baruch Hu Adonai, Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Thank you, too. Ya'amod hagba ta'amod glila. We hope you're a righty. Please rise.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael, al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la la la, la 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 la, la la la
invite up Michael Dribbin and Lori Dribbin for the chanting of the Haftarah blessings and Haftarah. It is from the prophet Isaiah, one of my favorite prophets, page 277.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratzav v'divreihem hanemarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Yisrael amo uv'nviei ha'emet v'tzedek. The Haftarah, the words of the prophet Isaiah, can be found on page 277. Kra v'garon, al tachshoch, kashofer harem kolecha, v'haged le'ami pisham, uvet Yaakov chatotam.
Cry from the depths, says God. Do not hold back. Lift up your voice like the shofar. Tell my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sin.
V'yoti yom yom yidroshun, v'da'at drachayech patsun, kegoy asher tzedakah asa, u'mishpat Elohav lo azav, yishaluni mishpatei tzedek, kirvat Elohim yechpatsun.
Yes, they seek me daily, as though eager to learn my ways, as if they were a nation that does what is right and has not abandoned God's law. They ask of me the right way, eager for God's nearness.
Lama tsamnu, v'lo ra'ita ininu nafshenu, v'lo tedahen b'yom somchem timsu chefetz, v'chol atzveichen tingoshu.
They say, why did we fast and you did not see it? We afflict ourselves and you did not know it, because even on your fast day you think only of desire, while oppressing all who work for you.
Hein l'riv u'matzah tatzamu, u'hakot be'grof resha, lo tatzumu chayom lahashmiya b'marom kolchem, hachazeh yiyet som evcharehu, yom anot adam nafsho, halachof b'kagmon rosho, v'sak va'efer yatzia, halazeh tikrat som, v'yom ratzon l'Adonai.
Because your fasting is filled with strife and with callous fist you strike. No, your fasting this day will not lift up your voice before heaven. Is this the fast I desire? A day to afflict body and soul, bowing your head like a reed, covering yourself with sackcloth and ashes? Do you call this a fast? A day worthy of the favor of Adonai?
Halazet som evcharehu, patech hartzubot resha, hater agudot motah, v'shalach rutusim chavshim, v'chol motah tenateku, halo paros l'reyav lachmecha, v'aniyim merudim tavivayit, ki tireh arom v'chisito umipsarcha lo titalam.
Is not this the fast I desire? To break the bonds of injustice and remove the heavy yoke, to let the oppressed go free and release all those enslaved? Is it not to share your bread with the hungry and to take the homeless poor into your home and never to neglect your own flesh and blood?
Azi beka kashachar orecha, v'aruchatcha mehira titzmach, v'halach lefanecha tzikecha, kevod Adonai yasvecha. Az yikra, v'Adonai yaneh teshava, v'yomar hineni. Im tasir mitochecha motah, shlach atzbe, v'daber aven.
Then shall your light burst forth like the dawn, and your wound shall quickly heal, your righteous one leading the way before you, the presence of Adonai guarding you from behind. Then, when you call, Adonai will answer, and when you cry, will respond, I am here. If you remove the chains of oppression, the menacing hand, the malicious word.
V'tafek l'reyav nafshecha, v'nefesh na'ana tasbia, v'zarach b'chol shecha orecha, v'afelatcha k'tzaharayim.
If you offer your compassion to the hungry and satisfy the suffering, then shall your light shine through the darkness, and your night become bright as noon.
V'nachecha Adonai tamid, v'hispia b'sochsachot nafshecha, v'atzmotecha yachalitz, v'hayita kegan rave, u'kmotza mayim, asher lo yechazvu meimav, uvanu mimcha chervot olam, mosdei dor v'dor tikomem, v'kora lecha goder peretz mishovev v'tinot v'tivot lashavet.
Adonai will guide you always, slake your thirst in parched places, give strength to your bones. You shall be like a well-watered garden, an unfailing spring. From you they will rebuild ancient ruins, lay foundations for ages to come. And you shall be called the one who mends the breach and brings back the streets for dwelling.
Im tashiv mishabat raglecha, asot chafetzecha b'yom kodshi, v'karata la Shabbat, oneg likdosh Adonai, mechubad v'chibadto, me'asot derachecha, mimsot chefsecha v'daber davar, az titanag al Adonai, v'hirkavticha av matai aretz, v'ha'achalticha nachalat Yaakov avicha, ki pi Adonai diber.
If you cease to trample Shabbat, stop pursuing your affairs on my holy day. If you call Shabbat a delight, the holy day of Adonai honored, and if you honor God by not doing business or speaking of everyday matters, then shall you take pure delight in Adonai. I will lift up your journey on earth to the highest of places and nourish you from the heritage of your father, for thus spoke Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol haolamim, tzadik b'chol hadorot, ha'el hane'eman, ha'omer v'yoseh, hamdaber umkayem, shekol devarav emet v'tzedek, al haTorah, ve'al havodah, ve'al hanviim, ve'al yom haKippurim hazeh, shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu, limchila v'lislicha u'chapara, lichavod u'tifaret, al hakol Adonai Eloheinu, anachnu modim lach, umvarchim otach, yitbarach shimcha b'fi kol chai, tamid le'olam va'ed, udvarcha emet v'kayam la'ad, Baruch atah Adonai, Melech Melchel v'soleach la'avonotenu, v'lavonot amo Beit Yisrael, u'ma'avir ashmotenu b'chol shana v'shana, Melech hakol ha'aretz, mikadesh Yisrael, v'yom haKippurim.
Amen. Yasher koach. That Haftarah is a wake-up call every year, and I loved the recitation. Thank you. We turn to page 296 as we continue with our liturgy. The ark doors are opened. Please rise. Our God and God of all generations, may our prayers reach your presence, and when we turn to you, do not be indifferent. Adonai, we are arrogant and stubborn, claiming to be blameless and free of sin. In truth, we have stumbled and strayed. We have done wrong. God, we have missed the mark this year in an alphabet of ways. Please respond after me. Ashamnu, Bagadnu, Gazalnu, Dibarnu Dofi, nine, 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 Ha'avinu, Vehirshanu, Zadnu, Chamasnu, Tafalnu Sheker, nine, 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 Yasnu Ra, Kizavnu, Latnu, Maradnu, Niatnu, Sararnu, Avinu, Pashanu, Tsararnu, Kishinu Orev, Yai nai 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 Yai nai 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 Rashanu Shichatnu Tiavnu Ta'inu Titanu Nai 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 nai. We are seated and we continue with the moral accounting, a cheshbon hanefesh, for the past year on our own. You'll have more time for personal reflection, we hope, through the day, during and after services. Oh, okay, more time. Like right now. Lest we not forget also all the good things we've done this year and all the ways we've increased blessing in the world, please turn to page 312 as we say together the Hakarat Hatov. Throughout the year, together, regard yourself as equally balanced between merit and sin. With one act, you can tip the balance for yourself and for the world. Every good deed makes a difference. And so it is written, a righteous person is the foundation of the world. For one who does good tips the balance of the scales and can save the world. We continue with the Shema Kolenu, page 316. Kolenu Adonai Eloheinu Chus verachem Aleinu Aleinu Vekabel berachamim Berachamim uvro Tzon et tefilatenu. Hashivenu Adonai elecha, Hashivenu elecha venashuva, Chadesh yamenu, yamenu. v'kedem. Al tashlichenu. Al tashlichenu. Le'ezikna kichlot kochenu. Shema kolenu Adonai Eloheinu Chus v'rachem aleinu v'kabel berachamim uvratzon et tefilaten. And Jeff Graff, our president, will make some announcements.
Good afternoon. Shana Tova. At 2:45 today, we'll be offering a meditation service in our boardroom on the third floor, led by Cantor Siegel, Marta Singerman, and Natalie Davis. Also at 2:45 in the chapel, Rabbi Davis will be leading a Torah study. Our children's service will begin at 2:45 in the sanctuary, and the afternoon Torah service begins right here at 3:45, followed by Yitzchak and Nila. Also, last reminder to bring your non-expired, non-perishable goods for Project Isaiah. There are bins outside. On behalf of our Social Justice Network and in lockstep with the Religious Action Center, the Reform Movement's Social Justice Center in Washington, we're encouraging everyone in the community to exercise their sacred right to vote in the upcoming elections November 6th. The Social Justice Network has placed voting cards in your annual program and is seeking everyone to fill out the cards and submit them to the Social Justice representatives at the door on your way out of services. We're aiming for 100% voter participation among our members, so those of you with college students, please ask them to fill out their absentee ballots. This pledge card is only a pledge that you'll vote, and it also includes a suggestion that people consider voting yes on Amendment 4 for voter restoration, because Jews know what it means when the government says you don't count. No outside organization will be receiving your personal information, and members from the Social Justice Network will also be collecting sign-ups for phone banking for the Let My People Vote campaign this Sunday, September 23rd from 2:30 to 5:30, and Tuesday, October 16th from 5:30 to 8:30. So please sign up to volunteer. Also, please join us for one of our Conversations and More series of events. We'll host small, intimate discussion groups where Rabbi Pomerantz can share her vision with Temple Beth Shalom and listen to yours as she embarks on her first year as senior rabbi. We welcome everyone to be part of these exciting conversations hosted by board members and congregants in their homes. Please contact Greg Lawrence, our Director of Membership, for more information or to RSVP. And lastly, Friday, November 9th, during a special Shabbat service, we hope everyone will join us in celebrating the historic installation of Rabbi Pomerantz as our senior rabbi. Invitations are in the mail, and a save the date is in the annual program guide as well, that were placed on your seats. This is her moment, and this is our moment, so please join us on November 9th. Gamar Hatima Tova.
Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi.
Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi.
Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi.
Shana Tova.
Natava.
I hope that your fast is meaningful, your teshuvah real, and that this day helps you to return to the holy, sacred center of your universe and of your soul. Natalie, Joshua, and Naomi join me in wishing you a good, sweet, and a healthy year. The words that we just chanted, Elohai neshama shenatati bi torahi, they mean the soul which I have been given is a pure one. Yom Kippur is the day when our prayers, our traditions, our prescriptions, and our prohibitions all lead us to do teshuvah, repentance, returning to our holy and pure selves. At its best, our teshuvah is a form of spiritual, emotional reset. Think of it as a reboot or an update to your personal operating system. As the prayer says, my soul, my essence, my existence, the core of my being is pure, it is good, I am okay. Teshuvah is rediscovering the purity found deep within us. It is a return to the whole, W-H-O-L-E, to the whole soul, and to our holiest self. And that is why we return here together to this, our sanctuary, our holy gathering space. We need to be together. Our prayers are in the collective. We have sinned. Slach lanu, kaper lanu, mechal lanu. We seek pardon. We desire forgiveness. We, as a community, as a temple, as a world, we want to shift the balance of the universe. In fact, our tradition tells us that it is on this day that the future of existence is on a two-sided scale, and our teshuvah, the changes we make, the shifts that we make in our lives, we pray, will tilt the scale toward blessing and goodness. It is a big responsibility. And yet, it is something we cannot do alone. We each must bring our own individual teshuvah to this day. A few weeks ago, I turned 61. My former study partner, Rabbi Lisa Goldstein, reminded me that the gematria, the spiritual numerological equivalent of 61, is Samech Aleph, Sa. It's a form of lifting, an elevation of sorts. She said, I hope that this year is a year of lifting up. Her blessing made me think about the Kedusha prayer. Kadosh, 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 holy, holy, holy. This is a day of breaking free from the distracting gravity of history and the gravity of the assumptions that pull us down. This is a day when we re-energize toward lifting up, holiness, toward wholeness, and back and back. We lift back toward the innocent sense of purity. Elohai neshama shenatati bi torahi. In theory, it is beautiful. And yet the weight of life and living can often distract us from finding the fulfillment and meaning that we seek. The rabbis of the Talmud actually codified these distractions, among them eating and drinking. How's that going, Rabbi? Hungry? Okay. Eating and drinking, sex, bathing, and comfortable shoes. Removing these distractions are supposed to wake us up and get us to think, feel, and experience our lives differently, to look at our core being unfiltered by our needs for sustenance, sex, smell, and satiation. It is so easy to become distracted and lose sight of what is important. One rabbi, Jack Reamer, tells the story of Yom Kippur morning when he suddenly realized he had lost his Yom Kippur morning sermon. This is the nightmare all rabbis have. Pretty much Friday before we get up on the bima, Saturday morning, Yom Kippur. As he was running out of the sanctuary, one of his congregants stopped him, said, "What's the matter, Rabbi?" In a tremendous panic, the rabbi responded, "I've lost my sermon. What am I going to do?" The congregant firmly put his arm around his rabbi, and in a moment which changed the rabbi's life forever, quietly said to his beloved rabbi, "I just lost my brother. What am I going to do?" Distractions come in many varieties. Indeed, none of us is without the difficulties of life. The pain that many of us experience and feel is often overwhelming. And yes, some of the troubles that we each have are more troubling than others. Many of our problems are significant, and many, most of them, are problems that we just create as stumbling blocks to put before ourselves. We all know how easy it is to become humbly and sometimes arrogantly lost in our own world and in our own way. We each enter this sanctuary with different needs and different wants, and I, like most of you, would prefer to be at a simcha with a big buffet. One sage teaches that Yom Kippur, in fact, is very much a sacred celebration. It is the holiest day of the year, for in it the holiest people in the world, those who make teshuvah, go to the holy gathering place, this sanctuary, and the holiest thing that we can contemplate is the teaching, the mantra, the prayer, the reminder, Elohai nishama shenatati bi Torahi. The soul which we have been given is pure. Everything about this day is constructed as a reminder that each tick and each tock of our existential clock is both precariously and preciously beating. Choosing how to spend these heartbeats is a temporal privilege that often gets obscured by the distractions that necessarily use and too often unnecessarily waste our precious human bandwidth. We each have our list of distractions. You've got yours, and I've got mine. Our daughter Naomi has been on a journey since last April. And about a month ago, a few short hours after she landed in Bali, a 7.0 earthquake shook the island and specifically shook my daughter. Thank God she is okay. But she said to me, "How do you live knowing that an earthquake can happen at any moment?" Oy vey. We want our loved ones to feel safe, and yet when they and we are shook by the vulnerabilities of being human, it is not always so easy to rationalize, and it always seems difficult to bring comfort. When she asked me that question, I wasn't a rabbi. I was my daughter's daddy. Yet, this is the type of question we rabbis get all the time. What do we do when bad things happen? How do we thrive in the midst of difficulty? Rabbi, what do I do with my pain? Sometimes our scriptures can help a dad help his daughter. I thought about a verse in the book of Kings that says, "There was a great and mighty wind which split mountains and shattered rocks, but God was not in that wind. After the wind, an earthquake, but God was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, a soft, murmuring sound. Kol dimama daka." After the earthquake came a still, small voice. Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, the great spiritualist, said that he could stand in a great throng of people, like all of us here today, and still cry out in this kol dimama daka, and cry out in this still, small voice. He wrote this beautiful prayer about finding his way home to his still, small voice, which he calls his sanctuary within. The way home, center of all existence, help me find the way to that sacred sanctuary within myself, to that precious center of my existence. Help me discover my place in the world, that space where I truly belong, that space which belongs unconditionally to me. Dear God, I've wandered for so long. Help me to return home. For Rebbe Nachman, for this rabbi, for this day and in this sanctuary, home is not a location. It is a state of being. When our still, small voice, our quiet, honest, godlike intention and reality re-engages with our pure soul. To get there, we must journey beyond some of those tears, beyond the earthquakes, and beyond the distractions, to a quiet place that is found within the truth within our hearts, within our precious, unique selves. Elohai neshama shenatati bi. Yes, yes, the soul that we have been given is a pure one. Is there more purity than that? Is that how we all feel sometimes? Elevating ourselves by hearkening to the still small voice, elevating ourselves by hearkening to the still small voice is what our sages call teshuvah, repentance. It is our return to our sacred home. This is the sacred home where I want to return. So how do we get there? How do we get there to this feeling of re-embracing our best selves and living a life reflective of that holiness? Our tradition is emphatic. Living with integrity, study, self-determination, compassion for self and others, and balanced integration. These are all healthy paths. And seeking and accepting a conscious peacefulness with our past. I'm going to say it again. Seeking and accepting a conscious peacefulness with our past. A non-obsession with tomorrow. What would that be like? And a deep and loving engagement with today. These lead us home. Letting go of yesterday, not worrying about tomorrow, and staying here in this moment. These lead us home to the sanctuary within. Maimonides, the great scholar, sage, doctor, philosopher, and rabbi, his parents must have been so proud. Maimonides says, and I don't know how he had time to say any of this. Maimonides says that the return of the sense of purity requires two actions. We must simultaneously let go of the bad and immerse in the good. He illustrates this with a text in the Mishnah. We read, a person who merely verbally confesses to his sins and simultaneously does not commit in his heart to abandon the behavior is like a person who immerses in a mikvah, a ritual purification bath, while clutching onto a defiling reptile. The Mishnah says that this immersion does no good until we let go of the defiling reptile. This reptile is not evil, but represents that stuff we hold on to that masks us and obscures us. Grudges, life defined by others, negative self-perceptions, regret, mistaken assumptions, any distancing of ourselves from the purity of our soul, these are our reptiles. The ritual immersion bath, the mikvah, is not just a symbol of good, but represents hope, the tikva, ha-tikva, mikvah, that our lives can be unsullied by the realities and imperfections of the world. While not one of us here is without scars, dirt, plaque, and a bit of spiritual fungus, there is hope that starting right now, not yesterday, it's gone, not tomorrow, not here, but right now, there's hope that starting right now that we can live in a way that honors the best that is within us. And if that is too much of an aspiration, then let us just take one small step toward the good, toward the better. For our souls to breathe, we must unclog the reptiles out of the passageways of our thoughts and actions. I understand why we can lose our way and come to feel distance from our whole self. Somehow, often because of the lousy stuff that can happen to us as children, and other reasons, most of which are beyond our control, and some of which is in our control, we came to believe that the troubles in us and around us are structurally inherent, and consequently, we end up wrongly adopting and accepting a belief that our emotional, spiritual health is damaged and the brokenness of our world is beyond repair. This belief, the belief that we are imperfect by design, that we are born flawed, is not only erroneous, but the rabbis of our tradition say it is a sin against God. And as Maimonides asserts, it's just plain wrong. Disengage. Let it go. Stop holding on to it. Yom Kippur demands that we move beyond this, the mistaken assumption that we are unable to be any different. We can change. We can grow. We can lift ourselves up. We can engage in the thoughts and the deeds, the actions, the acts of loving kindness that tilts us toward goodness, well-being, and fulfillment. And that is why we do teshuvah. Yes, to heal our relationships with others. But the core of Yom Kippur is for us to heal our relationships with ourselves and to return to the highest calling of our being. I am a Jew, and I believe that I am called as a human being to transcend the narrowest of my places and to do teshuvah and to return to live in concert with my best self. Dear friends, this is Yom Kippur. Elohai nishama shenatati bi Torahi. Our souls are good and pure and holy. Let us, individually and together, immerse in the mikvah of the hopeful. Let our actions, our deeds, our words, our work, and our play, the way we eat, the way we vote, the way we exercise, the way we love and the way we make love, the way we spend money, the way we spend our precious time, and even the way we breathe. Let our every breath reflect the beauty and purity of our holiest potential self. I pray for the way home. Center of all existence, help me find the way to that sacred sanctuary within myself, to that precious center of my universe, of my existence. Help me discover my place in the world, that space where I truly belong, that space which belongs unconditionally to me. Dear God, I've wandered for so long. Help me to return home. Amen.
Amen.
We return.
We return.
We return.
We return.
We return.
Return again.
We return. We return.
We return. Return
again and again to we return again to love. We return. We return. We return. We return. We return. Return again. We return. We return. We return. We return. We return. Return again and to we return again to true. We return. We return. We return. We return. We return. Return again. We return. We return. We return. We return. We return. Return again and again to you. To you. To you. We return again to you.
Page 318, we just have a blessing before you go. Strengthen us on this day. Bless us on this day.
Amen.
This day, exalt with us.
Amen.
Show us kindness this day.
Amen.
Inscribe us this day for a life of goodness. This day, hear our cry.
Amen.
Now and always support us with the strength of your righteousness. Amen,
Amen.
and amen. I don't know where my glasses are.
Amen. 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 Hayom tamseinu. Amen. Hayom tevarchenu. Amen. Hayom tegadlenu. Amen. Hayom tidrashenu letova. Amen. Hayom titzkavenu lechayim tovim. Amen. Oh, amen. 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 Hayom tamseinu. Amen. Oh, amen. 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 Hayom